Good afternoon from sacred space at Titania's realm. It's Shabbat, the Sabbath if you're Jewish, Saturday the 13th of December 2025, and the time is, forgotten the time already, by the gods, 2:49 p.m. My goodness, the day's gone fast. I've been out, as I said in my earlier video, and I've cleaned the fish pond filter so they're all schmick for another week. And I fed BB. He asked, "It's a happy bird now, aren't you, BB?" "Yes, you had all that seeds." I don't know what you're shying at, but never mind. And it's very hot today, very hot. It's supposed to be only 29 degrees, but it feels hotter. My lawns need mowing again, so that'll be more expense, but as I say, it's a 2-weekly job in summer, so I have to get onto them about that. It's sprouted up really fast. And what else have I done? That's about it. Put the birdie boys out in the garden. They're so quiet today. I mean, Kermie's snoozing and so is little Bo. They just sit so quietly. It's really odd. I'm not worried because they're healthy. They're just very introspective these last few days. I think probably the heat's getting too much for them too. Anyway, I thought I would continue on with reading as promised, as prefaced, How to be a Viking, a Northlander's Guide. So I look forward to this. Hail, sons and daughters of the North. If you desire to be a Northlander whose name will be remembered, if you wish to know the ancient Viking lore, all that I can recall I'll tell you, and there is much to learn. I am Ari the Learned, descendant of Queen Aud and King Olaf the White. Ancient runes have I read. And then we have this wonderful, it's illustrated by, it's written by Ari the Learned's dauntless assistants. Ari Burke, which to be fair sounds like a Jewish name. Oh, the irony. Ari Burke is the author. Minivoy Karen or Cheran or Saran is the illustrator. Neil Chapman is also an illustrator. Alistair Graham is an illustrator. Nick Spender, an illustrator. William Speitma, research assistant. Designed and edited by Dynamo and project managed by Emily Hawkins and Jonathan Lambert. The book is manufactured in Thailand, published in 2008. Here in Victoria, Australia, in a place called Scoresby. That's interesting. Illustration and design copyright 2008 at the Templar Company PLC. Published by the 5 Mile Press. So there's various illustrators, so we don't know exactly who did which particular illustration, but they've all been given credit, and I give you credit too. I'm going to read your wonderful book out for my YouTube audience, and we shall all enjoy this together. So here he is with his white hair hunkered over his desk, writing in runic language. And here's some runes. Right. Oh, so I have to show you the front page as well. How to be a Viking, and all these beautiful Celtic designs. Very beautiful. I was looking at a Magen David, a Star of David, that was gifted to me actually by my friend Catherine Harris. Oh, probably 34. It was before I even migrated to Australia, so we're probably looking... Oh no, she might have given it to me. She might have brought it over on one of her visits from New Zealand. But anyway, I've had it for about 30 years. And it's sterling silver, and it's done in a very Celtic designs. So I don't know how I'm going to go about it, because it's got the little, not Triskells, triquetra, little designs, and I don't know if I can cast it in the delved clay because of the holes pierced through it. But what I might do is try and cast it and then pierce the design myself. I just want to remake it, see if I can remake it, and then I'll have two and I could wear it as earrings. But anyway, I just looked at it and I hadn't even noticed before that it's actually in the shape of a Star of David, but with very Celtic designs. So it's just beautiful. I might try and make a copy of it though, just to see if I can do it, just out of curiosity of people of Earth. Sometimes it's a bit like that, challenging myself. Right. Becoming a Viking are the first steps on the path. Down below we have a list of characters. King Sigurd the Slobberer, Grimhild Battleaxe. Where is she? There. Is it a she? Yes, it is. Olaf Longneck does indeed have a very long neck. What does that say? Old the Deep-Minded and Björn Twigbelly. Ode the Deep-Minded and Björn Twigbelly. And here we have Eric Bloodaxe. Looks like a berserker to me. I like his carnelian, I think it's meant to be carnelian pendant. It's very impressive. Yes, gaga. Right, become a Viking. To go a Viking means to go raiding, but the life of a Northlander is about much more than just pillaging. We are known throughout the world as bloodthirsty marauders, but in truth, most Northlanders are farmers who would prefer to tend their hearths and fields than conquer the wide world. Still, the call of the sea is strong in our people. I can vouch for that much. Our desire for land and our love of adventure has driven us far. It is possible, then, that even the most far-fetched accounts of our exploits may carry some small truth in them. Viking society. Among the Viking people, everyone has their place. We have chieftains called jarls and priests called Godi. Cows are the farmers, craftsmen, and traders. Women rule the house and have the same rights as men. Thralls are slaves and servants, though they can earn their freedom. Not necessarily very likely though. Let me just wipe this off for a bit. Weird light. Weird schmeary light. Is that better? Yes. Right, here we go. Choosing a name. Good names are gained through noble actions. You are still young and carry the names of your fathers. However, soon you will begin to make your way in the world and gain a name of your own. With the help of this guide and your good wits, you will earn one worth remembering. If you are impatient with your Viking name, turn the wheels left and right and close your eyes and let fate decide. Some are remembered for their wisdom, others for their hairy legs. I shaved, don't mind me. Well, I never. Those of us who have lived longest have a sense of humour about such things. Many folk, and even nobles and kings, are named and remembered for things both grand and amusing. The most absurd titles should still be spoken with respect. Right, shall we turn the wheel and see what names we could get given to us? What are the options? Ragnar or whale's flank? The ass of a whale. Let's turn it this way. Oopsie, fell off. We fell in the cracks, people there. Let's turn the wheel and see what the options are, just for shits and giggles. Ragnar. What does that say? I can't read it upside down. Ox leg? It's probably a bit better than being a whale's flank, but never mind. Ragnar. Broad sole, but spelt wrongly. Broad sole as in the sole of your foot. So they're telling us that he's flat-footed. Well, that's not very flattering either. Don't think I'd like being a Viking. I know all the names I'm going to end up with. What is that one? Ragnar. Red cloak or red croak? I'm reading upside down. Red cloak. That's not too bad. Like Little Red Riding Hood. Right, what else have we got? Ragnar. Cudgel breaker. I like that one. But I am a warrior goddess, so don't mind me. I fight with words and energy, not with weapons, people of Earth. I fight with my wild moshing dance too. Although that's not always about fighting. Sometimes it's just about celebrating life. Ragnar fire. Oh, Ragnar fair hair, which is just a description of what he looks like really. Ragnar the tall. Was Ragnar tall? I really liked Ragnar in the TV show Vikings. Travis Fimmel. Dreamboat. Much. His eyes had beautiful eyes. And I like the way he used to set his jaw in a kind of a very Germanic set of jaw he had. I wonder if he affected that or if that comes naturally. Oregano dragon's bane. We've just about gone through all of them. Wait a minute, we can turn this. If we don't want to be Ragnar anymore, we can be Olaf dragon's bane. What's that one? Thorstein. Oh, this we can go do this for hours, people of Earth. Look, what fun. Thorstein the Tall. Oh, we're going backwards. We're going to go down this way. Thorstein the Tall. Dragons. The Reckless. The Lucky. Isn't this so clever how it's done? The Dweller. That's very boring, isn't it? Thorstein Crone's Nose. Right, we'll have to change that. Don't think men can be crones, can they? Emar. We'll find a feminine looking name. What does that say? Alfdus. Crone's Nose. Well, you could really insult someone with that, couldn't you? By the gods. Seaguard. Meow. And on it goes, and on it goes, and on it goes. Just miraculously good. Sigrid, Björn. Sigrid would be feminine. There we go. Sigrid, Crone's Nose. Oh, my schnoz is so upset. I've still got those terrible sniffly noses, but what can you do? It happens. I need to dust my entire house though. It's giving me allergies. Got to take control and get on with it, people of Earth. It's going to take me a week just to dust and polish everything. That's why I'm dreading it. Right, as we said earlier, the most absurd title should still be spoken with respect. Our year, the Viking calendar. Thori, which happens in wintertime in the northern hemisphere, is January. Goey or goy or yeah, goey, no goey here, people of Earth. Not encouraging that. But anyway, I'm not sure if it's pronounced goey or goy or guy. Is in February. Ein Manudar is in March. February, March. January, February, March. Thori, Goey, Ein Manudar, probably not pronounced properly. Golk Manudar is in April, which is my birth month. Egteeth. I'm not sure how to pronounce any of these. May. Solmanudar. June, which is harvest time because it's their summer. Tvimmanudar is in August, and Hunstmanudar is in September. Gormanudar is in October, and Hrutmanudar is December. Right. My pronunciation's probably really bad, but I'm trying, people of Earth. If you come from Finland or Norway or Denmark, please don't cut off my head. I'm trying with limited knowledge of your language. The lessons you must learn. Number 1, discover the Viking worlds. 2, honour other gods, which is very important across all cultures. 3, feast like a Viking, which is how I know I really am one, because I'm always there for the feasting, people of Earth. They do look like a good fresh when it's on offer. Well, what else am I going to do with my life? Asexual, celibate, languishing, domestic autocracy and mediocrity in Holland Park, Brisbane. We have to have a feast. When we can't have a feast, we have to at least dance. Number 4, arm yourself like a Viking. 5, speak like a Viking. 6, write like a Viking. 7, live like a Viking. Equal rights for the girls, people of Earth. Unless you're a thrall, and then basically you're kind of fucked. But if you're a free Viking, equal rights. It's one of the things I like best about Viking culture. 8, eaten by ants. Beware the world beyond the mead hall. 9, sail like a Viking. Yes. 10, explore like a Viking. 11, respect the ancestors, which is almost but not quite the same as honouring the gods. 12, accept your fate. That's a hard one, but a work in progress, people of Earth. And 13, forge a name for yourself. Yes, we're ready to turn the page. Right. Chapter 1. Discover the Viking worlds, the Northlands and the 9 worlds. In the Northlands, we believe that at the centre of all things is a great world tree called Yggdrasil. The mighty roots and branches of this tree bridge the yawning gaps between 9 different worlds. Each of these 9 worlds is home to a friend or foe of man. Something to think about, isn't it? Across these lands, you will find great glittering halls and grim hovels, fantastic creatures and foul beasts. So take care on your travels. I'll just show you the lovely picture of the 9 worlds. Down here in this far right corner, but it's in your left corner, is Niflheim. Niflheim. Here is hell. Let's see what hell looks like. When you say go to hell, that's what it looks like. And there we have, can you see Jormungandr, the serpent, holding that realm together? And here we have Muspelheim. Muspelheim. That looks like somewhere where the dwarves do all their labouring with metal. And here we have Jotunheim, which looks like some kind of frozen, wintry wasteland. And here we have, in the middle world, which is where we all stand right now in 3D reality, Midgard. Midgard, people of it. And the worlds of the gods, Vanaheim and Asgard. And I like how they've done a rainbow bridge reaching up to Asgard. Like when our pets die, we say they've crossed the rainbow bridge. I guess we all cross the rainbow bridge, not just our beloved pets. At our appointed time, not a moment before, not a moment after. You cannot delay it, you cannot prolong it. Just when it's your time, you'll be taken across the bridge. Oh, there's more. I didn't realise there was a flap to open up. Next to Niflheim, which actually looks super fun, looks like something out of, what was that wonderful movie we all saw in that imaginary world? James Cameron. Avatar. So something out of Avatar. Next door to that world, or a bit further up or alongside it, is Svartalheim. And above that, Alfheim. Right. Travelling with care. Care is needed to keep the balance between the worlds and to travel safely from one to another. Some worlds are more dangerous than others, by the gods. Even the great god Odin, the All-Father, took care on his travels. Once, as he rode down to hell to speak to a witch in her grave, it is said that the earth roared beneath him. Perhaps this was a warning. Great serpents slither about the roots of the world tree. I'll just show you again. Here they are, slithering underneath Midgard and underneath Yggdrasil. Very busy they are. But they too have their place to keep balance in the multiverses of the Norse gods. Right, where were we? I got distracted. I'm so excited. I love magical stories and mythologies. Can you tell? I brightened up even reading Alice in Wonderland. It's been too much darkness and ghastly horror. Right, here we go. Great serpents slither around the roots of the world tree. One is called Nidogar, a mighty worm who gnaws on the corpses of the dead. Giants are also known to dwell about the tree's bole, so have a care. No matter where you go, the same wisdom holds true. Keep your wits about you and never let your hand stray too far from your sword hilt when you return from your travels. Remember to make a song about your journey. I'm going to move because I've got very bad problems. My skin cancers are all flaring up and I need to see a skin doctor fairly urgently actually, but they want $200 and I resent it. It's like it should be bulk billed. It used to be bulk billed, so fuck them. They're killing me. But it's a matter of principle. But on the other hand, I've got to move my ass out of the sun, because especially on my back, because that's my most damaged and sun cancerified and scarified part of my body, and I've got to protect myself, people there. Otherwise there'll be songs written about me, the silly old bitch that used to sit in the garden reading stories and letting herself get slaughtered by. My favourite thing of all actually is bright sunshine and fresh air, but attitude is everything. I've got to look after myself. There's a couple of spots on my back that I'm quite worried about actually, but last time I went he said they were nothing, and I knew that was a lie. I knew it then and there. They lie to you. And so I just went, well, they'll flare up eventually and I'll have to do something. But I'm dreading it, because one of the doctors I was seeing would cut huge chunks out of my flesh, and I'm dreading it. I'm actually almost tempted to think it would be quite nice to actually quietly die, just be released from all this torture. But on the other hand, I enjoy my life and reading to you from my garden and hoping against hope of a true love coming to my life and happy ever after, just like a fairy story, only real people of Earth. So I need to pull myself together, don't I? Here we go. I'm going to read to you what all the various realms are called and what they're for. Right. Asgard is home to the Aesir, the high gods. This rich land is filled with golden fields and fair rivers. In Asgard, the gods have their own lands, and in them, each has a hall to call home. Vanaheim is home to the old gods of Earth called the Vanir. In these lush green lands, I'm going to close my legs because I'm being watched and I'm sitting here all splayed out. My dress is long, but just got to drop my dress down a bit more. Close my thighs together, people. Modesty. But it's creepy. It's fucking creepy. Like I'm surrounded on every side really by neighbours, and you can hear them. They're probably just minding their own business, but you can hear them opening and closing doors, and particularly that house over there diagonal. They have a habit of watching me over time, not because they that interested, but just the aspect. It's where else are you going to look at? You come out in your front garden, your front room and your front veranda, and it's directly facing me. So it's not personal, people, that it just feels a bit weird after a while. If I ever won lotto enough money, I'd buy a house with no neighbours on any side, big swathe of land. How would I manage with the mowing though? I'd have to have alpacas or llamas, wouldn't I? At least I know how to spin their fleece now. But yeah, it'd be nice to have somewhere where it's a bit more private. Could dance naked around a bonfire like a real ancient witch would do. No one to see you, just me and the gods. But that's a fantasy. We have to bring it back home, people of Earth. Bing, bam, boom, babies live in the real world. The real world, which I don't want to participate in. Vanaheim is home to the old gods of Earth called the Vanir. In these lush green lands where it is always summer, the high ones of field and forest hold their councils. Alfheim is home to the elves. This world was given to the god Freyr as a child. The radiant sun need not shine down here, for the folk are brighter and fairer than the sky's golden eye. Maybe when I pass from this world, they might take me to Alfheim. That looks quite lovely. I guess to get there you'd have to be an elf to belong, to be accepted, to be welcomed in. Where? We won't think about that, people of Earth. Midgard is a land you should know well, for it is your home and mine. These mortal lands are a tempting treasure trove to folk from other worlds, a marketplace to find fortune, or maybe a spouse. That means the gods sometimes begot with the children of men, you understand. Even the Vikings knew about that. But I keep praying for a mortal man, but you know what? Mortal men have historically really fucking badly let me down. Maybe I should pray for a god. Be careful what you ask for, though. We know how capricious and precarious and feckless and faithless the gods can be, according to Greek mythology. Well, a few were loyal partners, but only very rarely. So maybe I should just be content to be on my own. It's peaceful and relatively safe, quiet, non-confrontational. Don't have to worry about anyone cheating on me or lying to me or robbing me of assets and money and honour and dignity. So there is that. Anyway, the next world, is called Jotunheim, is the stomping ground that the giants of frost and stone call home. This is a place of huge halls and high mountains. The giant king Thrym, who is the enemy of the god Thor and thief of his hammer, well, I never, dwells here. If he's an enemy of the god Thor and stole his hammer, then he's an enemy of mine too. I've always been very fond of Thor and Odin, though, and Freyr. I learnt about them from my second mother, woman worthy of the title mother anyway, Mrs. June Robertson, who both her parents were Norwegian. So she taught me about Viking stories when I was a very little girl. Sometimes she would comfort me with stories of the fairies and the Viking gods. Try to give me a beautiful childhood amongst all that sordid, treacherous, fetid, fucking ugliness, people of Earth. That's why I still read these stories to this day. We have to hold on to the mythologies of our worlds and the lessons that are buried deep therein, and the beauty and the culture. Hold on to it. Breathe life back into it at times. Honour your ancestors across all cultures and time and space on planet Earth. Wherever you are, honour your ancestors and your gods. The old ones never really left us, but they got pushed aside by that evil, defunct, perverted, pedophiliac, colonialist religion I shall not name because I despise it so much. But Merry fucking Christmas anyway. Saturnalia predated Christmas, and it's all stolen from the old gods anyway. Yes, it is. That is true, people of Earth. Anyway, the old gods never stopped believing in me, even though at times I almost gave up on them. They saved me from many near deaths and from many evil men. And they always have and they always will. Maybe my husband out there really is a God, only I can't see him or have communion with him, but he's kept me going all this time, sometimes against my own will, people of earth. True. Emet in Hebrew, the truth. But here we are, another day in paradise. And 94 kilos, but I still look reasonably attractive today, given that I'm old and my children have all abandoned me and life's pretty fucking empty. I'm still looking reasonably pretty. Well, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I'm glad that I fell in love with myself enough to get myself through, though. There was a time I gave up even on myself. Here's my little Kermie getting activated. Did you have a nice sleep? And now you're ready to play. What a good birdie you are. I'm glad I stayed alive to have such a beautiful birdie. Yes, and my little Bo, and I miss my little Charlie every day, and my Beauregard, and Socks, and Sophie, and Penny, and Crystal and Jasmine, who are not animals but the names of my daughters. I miss them all. 2 are living and the rest are dead, but I miss them all. It's tragic, isn't it? It's tragic. All I did wrong was keep living. Sometimes just to spite them all, I think. Not my animals, but, talking about the people, family and former lovers and former friends that really didn't wish me well at all. When I became weller and healthier and stronger and more vital, they abandoned me. It's a weird irony, isn't that? Well, the gods know. The gods know who truly is my tribe and my community and where my true love resides and when they will be introduced to me in due course. A good, kind, honouring man. Nothing more, nothing less. And good and kind, loyal and faithful and noble and interesting and educated and communicative and joyous and romantically and passionately in love with me and only me, not me and every other female in the known universe. I'm going to sulk now. No, I won't, because I'm actually all right. Right, here we go. But who steals Thor's hammer? Like, what a chutzpah, honestly. The giant King Thrym. Beware the giants, people of Earth. Svat Elfheim, got there in the end. Dear goodness. Svat Elfheim, which sounds like Black Elfheim, is an underground realm of heat and hammer song, squatting beneath the golden land of Elfheim. This dark place is home to the dwarfs. No light shines here except that from their fiery forges. So you see, it is the mirror of Elfheim. guess they all mirror each other to some degree. Right. Muspelheim is the domain of the fire giants who are ever ready for war. Ruled over by their ember-eyed king Surtur, the hordes of Muspelheim are even now plotting to rain fury down on Midgard and Asgard. Looks like they were very busy in the past 5, 6 years, 10 years. Rained down fury on planet Earth, had us all go into lockstep and poison ourselves to almost obliteration. And brainwashed us to think it was a good idea. Astonished to see how some of my dearest friends are still brainwashed. Makes me want to vomit in the toilet for days, but I can't produce enough bile to feed that fury. Still love you though, my darling, brainwashed though you are. Goddess bless. I bear you no ill will. I just pray that you wake up one day and realise what's been done to not just you, but all of us, and come back into alignment with the Mama Tea, so we can all be rejoicing and fighting together, side by side, like the real warriors of yore. No one fought beside me though. They all just bent over and figuratively and literally took it up the arse or up the arm. Maybe that's why I'm upset now. It's a post-traumatic response. I was too busy writing on social media, fighting every day, and now they've accomplished their aims so successfully, and there's nothing that can be done. I'm stuck with a complicated fucking grief and a rage. Took my daughters and any potential grandchildren from me. Just that alone is enough to make me hate you all with every fibre of my being. But hate won't heal. Hate won't change. Hate just immobilises and petrifies and calcifies. Comes out as cancers in the back of my flesh and my back. But I'm right to hate what you did to us. It's righteous anger. And the gods know I fought every inch of the way. Wasn't enough though, because no one would listen. But I still fight. I still post up the appropriate videos that come up. People who saw it too and were wise. I still fight, and I'll be fighting until the day I shuffle off this mortal coil, people of Earth. Because that is my spirit. That is my power. That is my life force. Alone in my garden. Abandoned by everyone and everything I thought loved me. It's fucking ghastly. But it's a symptom of the transmogrification of their souls. Steiner said it would happen 100 years ago. He was right. I wish he wasn't right, but he was so right. Dear Goddess. Dear, dear Goddess. Yes, my darling, you singing. Little Bo's awake too now. Are you going to play, little Bo? Going to play with the Mama Tea? Right, Niflheim, which sounds like Sniffelheim, but Niflheim is a strange, barren land of ice and mists, a place of loss and forgetfulness. Its only blessing is a well that we call Hvergelmere, from which all rivers and all worlds bubble forth. Oh, that was a place I said looked like Avatar, with its natural beauty and its glistening, crystalline rivers being fed from that source. I like that. It's a place of forgetfulness. I could go there and forget that my world has been toxified and destroyed. I could just walk around completely oblivious, like I used to be once upon a time. No, I was never oblivious. It's almost like I knew it was coming. I just didn't know exactly what. I was never the oblivious one, people of Earth. It's why I was well hated. I would say, do you think that's really such a good idea? Oh, how I was scorned and mocked and derided and hated, even now. And it's okay. It's their immolation, not mine. I will go down to the earth, a pristine human soul. But yes, the video I shared last night was concerning because they said it was actually began with the Hep B vaccine, which I was kind of coerced into getting back in 2012 because there was a reasonable fear that I was indulging in, picking up casual partners at the casino and having sexual relations with them. Not that often, but there was a risk of catching Hep B. So I was coerced more or less into that, and I knew the moment, not the first shot, not the second shot, but when I had the Hep B booster, I remember the very moment she injected me. I went home, it was up at Roma Street, and I walked back from Roma Street to what was called the Maya Centre, where the bus terminus is, where you catch the buses. And on that 15-minute walk, my whole body screamed at me, "What have you done? What have you done?" I don't know what was in that third booster, but my whole body, my very blood screamed at me, "You've killed us, you've killed us." And I remember thinking, why am I reacting like this? It's so strange. But when I got home from the bus trip, I had to crawl into bed and I was ill for a few days, and I knew. I don't know what was in it. I'm suspecting the mRNA was already in that shot. I knew, I thought, this is not right. I'm not right. Something is forever altered in my body. It's how I knew when the COVID nightmare began. Don't inject yourself with anything, Tanya. Don't let them inject you. Don't comply. You've already struggled. It was shortly after that, only a few years after that Hep B shot, that I started having difficulties with my gallbladder and had to be removed in 2019, which was 7 years later. That may or may not be connected to the Hep B shot, but it certainly didn't bloody well fucking help when you consider that the Hep B is designed to protect your liver, and the gallbladder's right next door to your liver and pancreas, and that's where I manifested dis-ease. But I knew when I had that booster, you've done yourself an injury, Tanya. All the spirits and angels just surrounded me. went through me and out of me, and I was told off, but it was too late. I'd already done it. Can't undo a poisoning once it's done. You can only hope that you flush it out over time, but only trust in your body to circumvent the worst of the problems. Mind over matter sometimes. Thoughts and prayers, manifestations. Protecting yourself from any further toxification. My body started to react when I was due to have the Botox in November. 2 months before, my body started screaming at me, giving me quite serious nightmares, including night sweats and agitation. Don't do it, Tanya. Don't do it. This time I obeyed the directive, my higher mind protecting me. And I cancelled the Botox. I've had a lifetime of being poisoned, one form or the other. Glyphosate that I used to spread around like water in my garden in my marital home in the 90s because we weren't told how dangerous it is. Roundup. Getting it on my bare skin. It's amazing I'm fucking alive at all, quite frankly. And then all the stuff they put in our food and our water, the skies now, it's terrifying, people of Earth. And yet, without the veil of forgetfulness, Mama T must endure. My niece Marika gave me this it would have been before I migrated to Australia 37 years ago. I dug it out today. I thought it'll go nice with these beaded earrings that are also about the same from the 90s, 80s or 90s. So there you go. I briefly thought of my niece and wearing a gift she gave me, but I'll have to let that go too, because another vicious estrangement, loyalty to her mother who was vicious to me. Fuck them all, seriously. Maybe I should rip this necklace apart and throw it in a heap in a tantrum, but it was a sweet gift and I honour the gifts that were given to me. All of them. All of them. Even their hatred and their viciousness has in a way been a gift. Because it made me remember who and what I don't wish to be, and who and what I might yet aspire to be. Better, not bitter. People of Earth. Hell is a grim place ruled by a grim mistress, a giantess, half dead and half alive. I could qualify as that, except I'm not a giant, I'm a hobbit, but been half dead and half alive all my life, dragging my sorry carcass through. Miraculous, spontaneous, powerful, loving. I've been loved and protected by the gods and a few rare and precious humans. Very rare and very precious. Here in hell's eternal mists walk the unfortunate souls who have not fallen gloriously in battle. The fallen who fell because they were cowards and didn't fight back when they should have, could have, would have, might have, but didn't. Dear Goddess. Chapter 2. Honour the gods, the high ones of the sky and the land. I will not say the old ways are gone, but the world is not now as it once was. In these times, some still call upon the many northern gods we worshipped in days gone by, but others now follow the path of only one God. All is one, one for all, like the Three Musketeers, people of Earth. Our prayers go forth through the worlds, but who can be sure who answers them? Even so, the old gods' names should be spoken with honour, and old altars must not be allowed to grow cold. I concur with that. What cost is a candle? Good words cost you nothing, and the gods ask little more, only to be remembered and respected and kept alive in our memory and in our daily rituals and practices and existence. The father of the Aesir, Odin, rides the 8-legged horse, Sleipnir. Here he is, in all his fabulous glory, with a raven by his side, 2 ravens. Let's open up this little thing. Alright, now before we open that up, we'll read about Odin first. Odin, Lord of the Aesir, is also called Har, meaning the High One, son of Bestla and Bor, and husband of Frigga. Odin is father of the gods. He has many animal allies, 2 ravens called Hugin, meaning thought, and Munin, memory, and 2 wolves, Freki and Geri. Odin gave up one of his eyes for wisdom and discovered the Viking letters called runes, sharing the gift of writing with the world. Right, the Aesir, we'll read about them now. The Aesir are the sky gods of order and might, war and government. They watch over us, often helping, but sometimes meddling in our affairs. Indeed they do. I mean no disrespect when I say that they are much like us, strong-willed and often quarrelsome. They are a family, and as in our families, there are mothers and malcontents, leaders and lovers. Honour these gods, and they will honour you. But do not beg for gifts. These gods respect those who can fend for themselves. The mortals they favour most are those who are valiant in battle, or those who keep the home and remember the hearth lore. Thor, the son of Odin. Thor is the thundering, hammer-swinging giant slayer. He is the fierce god of storms, weather, agriculture, and battle. and is honoured by all common folk. This powerful god is famous for hoisting the Midgard serpent and wrestling old age. Tyr is the old lord, the maimed god and wolf feeder. He is the god of of war and justice. Tyr was the only Aesir able to bind Fenris the wolf. He lost his hand in the process, and thereafter the wrist was called the wolf joint by all Northlanders, which is interesting because I've had terrible pain in my wrist. It hurt very badly again this morning. The pain sort of goes away after an hour or so, but it's been like that for about 6 weeks. I don't know what that's about. Now we will read about the Vanir. The Vanir are the ancient gods of nature and fertility. Farmers and fishermen pray to them for good weather, rains and rich harvests. The Vanir fought frequently against the Aesir. Though the Aesir won the war, we honour the Vanir because their powers are so tightly tied to the workings of the earth. Oh, I just see what happened now. I was wondering why there were only 2 gods. We have to go back, people of Earth. I missed bits. It's very cleverly done, but the folding had me confused. Back to the Aesir. We're going to go back. Sorry, it's confusing, I know. We forgot Frigga and Loki. Frigga is the keeper of many secrets: love, fidelity, marriage, the household, and domesticity are her domains. She is the wife of Odin, the mother of the gods, and the queen of Asgard. Fensalir, the marsh house, is the name of her hall. And here's a picture of her here. And here's Loki, although Loki in the TV show had brown hair. He was one of my favourites. Anyway, Loki is called Father of Monsters, Change-bringer and granter of gifts. He is the god of tricks and grim jests. Known for his shape-shifting abilities, Loki was responsible for the death of Odin's son Baldr and the bringing of Ragnarok, the end of the world. I didn't show you the pictures of Thor and Tyr either, so there you go. There's Thor and there's Tyr. Right, now we go back to the Vanir. Right, farmers and fishermen pray to them for good weather, rains and rich harvests. The Vanir fought frequently against the Aesir. Oh, we read that. And although the Aesir won the war, we honour them because their powers are tightly tied to the workings of the earth. Right, we're back in the room, people of Earth. We associate them with the elves. Indeed, Freyr, Lord of the Vanir, is also Lord of Alfheim, elf home. Both the Vanir and the elves have power over all that grows from the earth and moves in the seas. Njord. Njord is the Sea Lord, also known in Greek mythology and Roman mythology as Poseidon and Neptune, and in Māori mythology as Tangaroa. Right. Njord is the sea lord, god of sailing, fishermen, and the wind-strewn shore. He is the husband of the giantess Skadi and father of Freyr and Freya. He dwells in Noatun, which means ship town. Freya is the goddess of love and beauty. She holds dominion over war, death, magic, and wealth. She wears a necklace called Brisingamen, which was a gift from the dwarves. We're not in her cat-drawn chariot. I like it even more. She rides the battle boar, Hildisvini. Hildisvini. Right, here's Njord the sea god, and Freya, the goddess of wealth and magic, death and war. On the other side we have here's my little one, Idun. Idun, the goddess of spring, is the keeper of the golden apples of eternal youth. In her absence, even the gods themselves age. She is the wife of Bragi, the god of poetry. Skadi, the giantess, is the wife of Njord, the goddess of snow, hunting and skiing. She and Njord together spent alternate weeks in each other's lands until they grew tired of it and lived apart thereafter. Idun and Skadi. All right. The war between Aesir and Vanir. Long ago, the earth gods and the sky gods fought for power. Oh, I've got a pain in my head. The gods of fertility and nature, the Vanir, faced those of war and government, the Aesir. After the battle, which was won by the Aesir, hostages were exchanged. The gods Freya and Njord were given to the Aesir and adopted by them. To signify their truce, both sides spat into a vat and made the spittle into a man called Kvasir, the wisest of all beings. Gives a whole new meaning when you say, looks like the spit out of his father's mouth, doesn't it? He travelled Midgard, giving knowledge to mankind. Vanaheim. Vanaheim the Golden is the land of the Vanir, autumnal and eternal. Such is its beauty that those rare mortals who visit it are so enraptured they cannot recall what they have seen. Asgard. Asgard is the kingdom of the Aesir. It holds Odin's 3 halls, Gladsheim, Valaskjalf, and Valhall, where feasts are held for the honoured dead. Freya's hall sits on the plain of Folkvanger, and Thor's hall sits in the land of strength. By Valhall, I think they also mean Valhalla, which is where the dead are indeed taken up to be honoured by the Valkyries. Freyr, Lord of the Vanir, rides the boar Gullinbusti, meaning golden bristles. Freyr is Lord of the Vanir. He is the ruler of Elfheim, land of the elves, having received it from the Aesir gods as a teething gift. He is husband of the giantess Gerda, and gave up his magical dancing sword, which fights on its own, in order to win her love. Freyr sails the ship Skidbladnir, which was crafted for him by dwarves. Here's a picture of him with his dancing sword, riding golden bristles or Gullinbursti. It's all terribly exciting, isn't it? Must be great fun to be a god. When you're not trying to kill each other, you understand. There's peace in all the realms. Right, I'll be back tomorrow for chapter 3, Feast Like a Viking. And in the meantime, be good little Vikings. Go on a lovely adventure like a sweet little hobbit. Go on your journey of becoming. Find who and what is real in your world, who loves you best, what magic and miracles you might still manifest from your own heart, mind, body and soul. Live your individual psychedelic dreamings, with or without actual psychedelics, you understand? Don't do drugs, people, okay? Stay clean and clear. Keep your mind fresh and pristine so the gods can communicate with you with great clarity and great vision and great honour. They don't like it when you're addled and muddled and distort and confuse their messengers, and what good is it to anyone if you're garbled and confused? So blessed be, people of earth. Maintain your integrity and your own body autonomy and your authority. authority. Be a king and queen of your own domain, sovereign in your own Homo sapiens sapiens, body, mind and spirit. The gods have spoken. Bye for now.